If you have a brand new Klaviyo account, this video is where you need to get started. And even if you've already set up your account, you may want to stick around to double check that everything is done correctly. From setting up dedicated sending domains that handles DMARC and deliverability to using Google Postmasters for tracking feedback from Gmail users. By the end of this video, your Klaviyo account should be ready to send its first email with confidence. So without wasting much time, let's get to work. For those who are yet to register their Klaviyo account, you can easily head over to klaviyo.com to create an account, or use the link in the description for easy access to a page where you can create your Klaviyo account. So when you get to klaviyo.com, just click on the sign up button, and then you're going to be taken to a form where you're going to enter your email, password, company, website, phone numbers. Yeah, this is a very easy form. And once you complete the form, you create account, and then you'll be taken over to your Klaviyo dashboard. So after you've created your account, you'll be taken to this page where you'll be asked to describe your business. So we are going to be selecting an option here that we're going to be selling consumer goods, but you can select what is appropriate for your business. And I think for most of you, you'll be into e-commerce, so I think consumer goods is going to be just fine. But if you're into the supplement industry, you can also identify that you're into supplement or food or beverage or any other business that is applicable to your situation. And then we are going to hit the continue button. Then we'll be asked to pick options. So we're going to be selling online, but if you'll be selling in person, I think you want to check this place. If you have any subscription or membership for a model, you might want to include that. So this is just it. And then we're going to click continue to move over to the next page. So this is where we integrate Klaviyo with the e-commerce platform we're using. So we have multiple e-commerce platform, and these are the popular ones we have. We have Shopify, WooCommerce, Wix, BigCommerce, and the rest. Or if you have a custom build, you're going to select what is applicable, and if the platform is not listed here, you might want to select a different one. And for this case, we're using Shopify, so we're selecting Shopify, and then we'll click continue. So we'll be asked to enter our URL. So in this place, what you have to do to get your URL is to go to your Shopify store. So we're going to go to our Shopify store, we'll log in to Shopify store. Now, you see this final part of the URL is usually your domain. So this .myshopify.com is going to take you to your Shopify URL. So this is what I'm going to enter here on Klaviyo. We have our URL. So when I click continue, it's going to take me to Shopify page where I'll be asked to install the Shopify app. And once I install the Shopify app, we'll be taken back to Klaviyo. We'll have to proceed. So let us install the Shopify app on our store. Now, what this Shopify installation does is that it's going to synchronize or connect our Klaviyo and Shopify store together, so that data from Shopify will move over to Klaviyo and data from Klaviyo can move over to Shopify. So this is just the purpose of this installation. So now the app is installed and we have been taken back to Klaviyo. Now, what we are going to do is ensure that these two boxes are checked. The purpose of these two boxes is the first one is to ensure that data is being synchronized from Shopify to Klaviyo, and this other one is going to do vice versa, data from Klaviyo to Shopify. We have advanced settings, and this is for those who already have Shopify running for some time and they already have some profiles on Shopify. You can select this to update existing profiles that are on Shopify with Klaviyo profile. So, but for now, you don't have to worry about that. So you're going to click continue to proceed. Yeah, we are going to be asked to create an email. So this is going to be our sender, and this is going to be where the email is coming from. So we're going to be using support at powerpower.com. So this is what we are going to be using. So you can select a good sending. So for me, I think I usually like to use something like this, Apollos at or from. So that's what I usually use if I using a sending domain. So you can choose what's best for you. And once you're done here, you click continue. And we're going to be asked how we want to reach out to subscribers. Are we going to be using just email or SMS as well? But for the sake of this tutorial, we're going to be choosing email only. But if you want to use SMS or you're interested in using SMS, you can check both email and SMS. So now we have connected our Shopify store to Klaviyo and everything should be good, but not so fast. We still need to do a few more things. Now, we want to turn on web tracking so that whenever somebody takes an activity or do anything on your Shopify store, that data will be sent over to Klaviyo, which you can use to create targeted segmentation. So the first thing on the list is for us to turn on website tracking. So how do we turn this on? There is a guide that you can follow, or just follow this button and it's going to take you through how to get it done. So turn it on. So you ask to go to Shopify. So we'll have to go to Shopify to turn it on. So now that we are here on Klaviyo, or on Shopify rather, so we can see that the Klaviyo on-site JavaScript is turned on. What we have to do is to click save. And once it's saved, then I think we're good to go. So we're going to move back to Klaviyo. Now that we are back here, we're going to close this. And then, as you can see, it's already showing check. It's showing that we already have the on-site tracking on. So we're going to see the setup email subscriber list. So okay, we might want to do this. So to set up an email subscriber list. So we can use this list and next. So and this is it. So you'll be asked to choose the kind of opt-in you want. Yeah. Now there's a difference between a double opt-in and single opt-in. So for double opt-in, whenever somebody gives you their email through your sign-up form or through any form, they'll be asked to verify it by clicking on a link that will be sent to their inbox to verify it. And if you use a single opt-in, then they don't have to uh, opt in or confirm their subscription for you to be able to count them as subscriber and start emailing them. But there's a pros and con in these two option. So if you use double opt-in, you're going to see more engagement with your email because these people took the additional step to verify that they want to receive email from you. And if you decide to go with a single opt-in, your email list might grow very fast, but you might see a reduced engagement from your email because these people they only said subscribe or opt in once and did not take that additional step to verify that they want to receive email from you, and this could start affecting your deliverability. But if you're using the single opt-in, you want to ensure that you are constantly cleaning your list so that those who are not opening your emails or clicking your emails are removed from your email contact because those can impact your deliverability, which is a disaster if you're running email marketing. So this is it, and I think the account is good to go. Now that we've set this up, we're asked to create our first sign up form, but I wouldn't recommend that you create your sign up form yet. There is still one very vital thing that is missing, and that is your dedicated sending domain. So, for you to be able to set up your dedicated sending domain, you'll have to click on your profile on Klaviyo and go to settings. So when you get to the settings, what you're going to do is click on domains and then you have to connect a domain. So click on connect domain, and this is the domain with which we want to set up the dedicated sending for. So in order for us to do this, we already have our domain in place. This is the root domain. So the root domain is basically your site.com. That is your root domain. So we're going to click next. And then we'll be asked to enter the sending domain. So me, I usually prefer using mail dot. I don't know why, but you can use send or email anyone, and ensure that you check this dynamic because this is what is recommended by Klaviyo. But if you want to use static, yeah, I think you can, but always learn to use what is recommended by Klaviyo. And then you're going to click next. Now, this DMARC record is something you do not want to fail to check because in recent times, most inbox providers require that every email sender authenticate their sending domain. So DMARC was not usually covered by Klaviyo before, but this is a recent feature. So you want to ensure that this is checked and this was done before you proceed. So when you click next, you're going to be taken to this place. Here you have to choose your domain hosting provider. So for me, I'm using GoDaddy and I'm going to be picking GoDaddy. But if you're using some other hosting services, you can pick them. And these are the list we have, but I use GoDaddy, so I'm going to check GoDaddy because this is what is applicable here. So I'm going to click next. So we're going to come to this place where we'll have to add each of these records to our domain in order for it to be verified. So we're going to copy this one, and I'll be moving over to GoDaddy and add new records. So one thing I like about GoDaddy is that you can add multiple records. So I think we're going to be adding about 4 name server records. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm just going to create the 4 at once. So add more records. And this is the 4th one. So I'm going to choose NS for each of them. Choose name server. So you can do the same over there too. And then we're going to be putting mail here, which is the same for all of them. And then we'll now copy the other values. So this is the first one. We'll copy them and paste each of them one after the other. So the next thing we need to do is to add the 2 TXT records. So this is the first TXT record. We'll move over to GoDaddy to add it. So we've already created the TXT record on GoDaddy. We just have to copy them from Klaviyo and paste them over to GoDaddy. And the final one is for our DMARC verification. So this is the DMARC value. So after saving this record, you might want to give it some time for the records to propagate, because if you move immediately to Klaviyo, you might see that when you try to verify it, it may fail. Or let's give it a try to see what's going to happen here. So we're done. Let's click verify and let's see if the record is actually going to verify. So you're going to click finish. And now that our dedicated sending domain is verified, you can view the records here. And this is the record we have for our dedicated sending domain. So the final item we have to complete the setup of this Klaviyo account is for you to set up Google Postmaster tool. So for you to access Google Postmaster tool, just go to Google and type Postmaster tool. And this is it. This is how you're going to get feedback from those who are using Gmail or Gmail subscribers. So you're going to click the Google Postmaster tool and then click Get Started. So I've already logged into Google Postmaster tool, but you can actually log in with any Gmail account that you have. So this is the Google Postmaster tool. I already added a domain to it, but I'll be adding a new domain to it. And we're going to get the domain from GoDaddy. So this is the domain. Then we'll move over to Google Postmaster, paste the domain there, click next. And then we'll be asked to add a TXT record to our domain. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to copy this record just the way it is here and move back to GoDaddy to add the TXT record. So I'm going to click add new record. And while choosing this, you have to make sure it's a TXT record, the type of record. I'm going to put at here and input the value that I copied from Google Postmaster tool here. And I'm going to click save. Now, note that while trying to verify your domain on Google Postmaster tool, it might take a while because of domain propagation. So when you add a new name server, it could take as long as 48 hours. So that is the reason why if we go back to Google Postmaster tool, if we try to verify it, it may fail because we need to actually give it time. So let's click verify and let's see what happens. Okay. So our domain has been verified. This happened really fast, but there are times where it could take up to 10 minutes, even a day to verify. When that happens, do not panic, remain calm and give it some time to verify. And if you're still having any issue, you can leave a comment and reach out to me and we can look for a solution together. So this is it. The domain is not verified, and I'm going to add the one we're using for Klaviyo, which is mail.mystonesaver.com. And when I add this, because I've already verified the root domain, this is automatically going to be verified as well. So there is it. So we have our domain done. So we have it verified. And this is what we can use to track how Gmail users are interacting with our email. So if you're reporting our email as spam, we are also going to get the whole data. Now, there is nothing here because I just set this up. So we can check the spam rates. We can check IP reputation, domain reputation, feedback loop, authentication, encryption, and the rest. So once you're done with this, your Klaviyo account is fully set up and you are ready to send your first email out. So guys, that is how you set up your Klaviyo account to ensure that the email gets delivered to the inbox. So we've already set up our Klaviyo account, the dedicated sending domain, as well as Google Postmaster tool to track user behavior. The remaining data you are going to be tracking will be from Klaviyo analytics, and you're going to see how many people are reporting your email as spam and how many are interacting with your email. So subscribe to this channel and watch out for my next video, as I'll be walking you through how you can create amazing pop-up that is going to bring in new subscribers, which you're going to be emailing. So stay tuned and don't go anywhere.